Hello, hello, YouTube and Facebook. We are here. I have two animals in my situation. I have my cat on my lap, and then my Mango's over here hiding from the cat. So this should be interesting. Happy Mindset Monday. Hope everyone's doing okay. Excuse me. I hope everyone's doing fantastic and amazing, and everything is going great. Hi, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you. I know. If you missed my little mini intro, I've got Mango right here. She's she's over here in the corner, and then I have the cat on my lap, and she's repositioning herself. Okay. Well, anyway, let's. Ooh. I know. Okay. All right. Is everyone okay? All right. Anywho, the animals are happy to join in the festivities today. So, all right, everybody. I don't have my iPad today because I'm gonna wait till I get a better internet connection, because last time it was making the video really bad on YouTube. So hopefully the video quality and sound and everything is working on both YouTube and Facebook. If it's not, you can definitely let me know, but I don't know how to do anything about it. So we'll just go with it. Okay. Sorry, now all this cat hair blowing in my face because this cat's on my lap. Okay, anyways. Renee says, do beliefs trump when it comes? Oh shit, there it goes. That obviously I don't want to be limiting and say that, oh, this is the only way, of course. But I think for the most part, in my personal, everything like that, at the end of the day, what you're overall communicating to the universe, that is where your manifestation is. That's where, things are for you. So if let's say you're manifesting if that's what's underneath all of your manifesting, that is always going to, like you said, trump it, because that's your honest truth, and your honest truth is what manifests. And that's why sometimes things that you want to manifest don't happen right away, because you don't truly believe in them, or you don't truly trust it, or you have blocks in the way. And sometimes things that you don't care about manifest right away because you just don't. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. I don't care. Anyways, next, yesterday's last week's Mindset Monday, I said something about I manifested a lemonade, and my husband came in here and brought one to me like half an hour later on the Mindset Monday. And it was just funny because people in the comments were like, oh, I want an instant manifestation. But the reason why that happened like that is because I didn't care whether or not I got eliminated. It didn't even matter to me. And so I didn't offer any resistance to the feeling. I didn't offer any, oh, I can't do that, or you can't have that. That's going to be hard. This is going to take a while. It was just like, okay, yeah, let's throw a fucking lemonade on there. And then it just happened. So, I personally believe that whatever you're communicating overall, at the end of the day, that is what's manifesting in your world. So if you have underlying beliefs that are not working for you, they will stand in the way of your manifestation, in my personal opinion. I just want to clarify that in case people think that's limiting. Well, okay. Next. Okay. Hi, Naomi. Hi, thank you. Oh, thank you. I did my makeup today because I actually have to film videos today. I usually do them on Sundays, but I was busy doing stuff yesterday, so I will be filming today. I'm doing a little bit different this week. I'm going to be doing, I think, a guided meditation, and probably another affirmations, and then do 2 face videos. My producer, he and I are working on, I'm not going to say what we're working on, but we did create a customized, my own personal meditation music last night. So I have my own track that is completely 100% ours. And so that will be on the new meditations and the new affirmations and stuff like that. And so there is more to come with the music stuff. And I'll just keep you posted as that unfolds. Oh, also, this is one of my new merch pieces. It's I don't know if you can see it on Facebook. Yeah. It says Soul Searcher. And then there's one that's pink that says Dreamer. So you can get those at my shop, Roxy Talks. If you go to my website, roxytalks.com, and then click the shop tab and then hit merch, it's like a drop down menu, then go to merch and you'll be able to get your own. Okay. Nina says, hi, Roxy, I'm manifesting an SP. She says she missed me and is ready to rebuild what we had. but we'll need time. How to get her to come to me now and jump right back into how you were. Thank you in advance. Okay, so first things first is stop believing that that's the reality. Stop letting her opinion matter. I know, again, that sounds callous, but that's the idea that we have to operate from when we're doing this thing with people work, because we think they have an opinion and that's what makes it matter, or that's what stands in the way. So if we understand that their opinion, forgive me again, is irrelevant to where you go with your mind, then you can understand that it doesn't matter what she thinks. It doesn't matter what she says. You must stay in the knowing that this is happening now. She's ready now. She's really excited. This is her idea. She's the one who's bringing it to you. She's the one who can't shut up about you. She's constantly asking and wondering, and she's manifesting you maybe. Like, you can change the whole story on every single level. But then your job from that point is that you must just be that version. You now are the version whose SP feels this way. So if you are the version whose SP feels a certain way, then you must respond to text messages in that way, regardless of what they actually say. You must respond to conversations in that way, regardless of what they actually say. You must respond to situations in the way, the version of you that's in the happy, healthy, whole relationship, no matter what goes down. The work is in the hard moments. The work is in the looking at something in your 3D reality and choosing to make yourself think something else. Okay. Something I've seen a lot in and I don't even want to affirm this again, because I realize every time I affirm it, I'm asking for more of it. But something I've noticed a lot, people getting off a session with me. And I always tell them, like, even if something happens that is exactly the opposite of what you're intending, that's okay. It's evidence. This is unfolding. This is working. You must stay in that knowing. But I keep getting these emails of people being like, it didn't work. And I did this and now what? Or, not to call anybody out, and I love you, girl, but I got an email the other day of a screenshot of the SP kissing the third party. And this person says, how am I supposed to ignore this? And I was like, well, step one of ignoring it would be, don't screen cap it and send it to me with that stronger than what your eyeballs are looking at. Okay. Aren't you stronger than your eyeballs? I'm more than my eyeballs. I don't care what my eyeballs see. That doesn't change where I'm going with my mind. What my eyeballs see has nothing to do with the reality that I'm creating in my mind. Zero. Okay. So if you let that be, if you let your 3D reality dictate what you do with your mind, you're going to be stuck. That's what you're doing right now. That's what you're already doing. You are doing that constantly. That's your natural state, most human beings' natural state. And that is why things perpetuate over and over and over until you put that hard stop. I will not react the way that I used to in this type of situation. I don't care what my eyeballs see. I don't care what my ears hear. That does not change what I do with my focus. That does not change the fact that my reality is unfolding every single moment for me. You must operate from that standpoint all the time. So what do we do to get her back into it? We change that language. She is ready. She's more than ready. It's her idea. She can't get enough of you. She can't stop talking about it. This is her life. She can't wait to start it with you. She's so excited that we're doing this again. We're doing it right this time. We feel amazing. She feels amazing. We've done all this work. It's brought us back closer together, and now our bond is stronger than ever. She reaches out all the time. She's super comfortable in this relationship. She loves being with me. She can't get enough of it. This is what she wants for her life. All that stuff I just made up. That's what you do. You do that, and then you be the version of you that actually thinks that, by not tearing it down, by not deciding, oh, but actually, it's going to be hard. No. This is easy. It's getting easier every single day. This person's ready. I'm ready. We're on board. We've done the work, and it's unfolding. It's unfolding now. Nothing to worry about. And always talking yourself back into the reality you're creating, back into the new you, back into the you, back into the new you, back into the new you. Instead of talking yourself out of it, which is what we all do when, here's an example of why instant manifestations don't work, because you declare what you want and then you instantly talk yourself out of it. Well, but could they? But they have another person, and there's this, and they live across the country, or we've never met, or they don't like me, or they said they never want to talk to me again. They're not ready. They have too many kids. Their job doesn't, I don't care. You're talking yourself out of the thing you just declared. So in order for you to just be that version of you, don't talk yourself out of it, because the version of you who's living that reality wouldn't do that. They just would be like, this is how it is, and that's how it is. So yeah, hope I answered your question. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh my God, Facebook's blowing up. Holy shit. Okay. Darling Grave says, hello. Oh, what do you suggest for someone who has a tendency to spiral on bad case scenarios? Something just triggered my current mood and I'm trying very hard to perk myself up, but I can't seem to find a way to ignore the current reality. Well, isn't that an apt question? Yeah, so I just answered that. I would say that, okay, I skimmed the surface on that. I will go more into detail. That's something I noticed that a lot of, actually, I'm not going to finish that thought. I would like to explain to you how to do that in those moments. Okay. When this stuff comes up, there's this moment, right? Sometimes our reactions are immediate. Okay. Sometimes they are. And that's why we do this, when I'm talking about the 360, when I feed myself these thoughts, I become my own affirmations tape. That part of the process is making my brain, how was I relating this to the question? So that when you have these moments, when you have, like, you're reacting to something, your brain has a feedback loop, or it has an informational loop, or it has a bunch of fodder that you've been putting into your mind to kind of rewrite the story to you. So you have somewhere to go. Nope, that's not the reality I'm creating, because this is the reality I'm creating. And that's part of the deal too, is catching yourself, that moment of, oh, okay, I see what I was going with this. Sometimes our responses are subconscious, and this is why we want to feed ourselves these thoughts. The subconscious reaction, we make it not so immediate, like to go to this stuff that we don't like. We're going to be training ourselves to go somewhere else. And then what you do is, the moment you do realize it, even if it is subconscious, there is a moment of awareness when you're like, oh, hold on. Did I just do this? Wait a minute. That's not the reality I'm creating. Hold on. That's not my truth anymore. And that's where the work is done. It's in that moment of, actually, when you notice I'm on the wrong train, things are going in the wrong direction, you must step in and shut the thought down and go somewhere else. Shut it down, go somewhere else, shut it down, go somewhere else, shut it down, go somewhere else. Okay. That's what happens when you spiral. You are ping-ponging all day long sometimes. But the point is, you always return that ball. You always hit the ball back. We do not let it settle. We do not let the opposing thought, the fear, the worry, the insecurity, the 3D reality, anything, we don't let it get a point on us, okay? Some days we're playing ping pong and it's somebody that's never played before and we're just smashing on them. Other days it's the world champion of ping pong and you have to be hitting those balls back all day long. Like I said, either way, the point is, you do not let yourself settle. So you're catching yourself as soon as you notice it, and then you shut it down. You shut it down. You shut it down, and you make yourself think the thought that you need to think. You make yourself do it. And it's like those things that you don't want to do, like maintenance. I'm not saying you don't want to do it, but like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, cutting your hair, trimming your body hair. It's those things that you're just like, I got to do this shit again. But we do it because we want to maintain what we're doing here. It's the same thing with your mind. You must shut it down every single time. You have to be on top of it. And every time you don't, you're allowing yourself to slip and get back into it. Malachi just texted me that the affirmation track sounds good. Okay, awesome. Good. You guys will be able to hear it soon. Okay, we have a super chat. Thank you, Monique. I appreciate you, $. So sweet and generous. Thank you. She says, oh, you're so sweet. You guys are so kind. Just giving me money to tell me that it worked for you. So I appreciate you. She says, my mindset is at its best because of you. Love how you teach us. Thanks, Roxy. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. Actually, on that note, I am going to do a success stories video probably this week. So if you would like to be included, if something that you've taken from these teachings has had, how do I say this, has resulted in success in your life, please leave that in the comments on any of my videos or in the Facebook group. And I will potentially share it in the video. If you want to remain anonymous, let me know so that I don't include your name in the video, okay? Because I'm going to be taking screen caps, so I'll just blur your name out if you don't want to be a part of it. If you don't want to be, recognized or named. Thank you again, Monique. I appreciate you, and I'm so happy to help you and be a part of your journey. Keep at it. You're doing amazing, obviously. Sorry, my lipstick is glossy, and there's a freaking, I think it's a hair from my cat. Okay, all right. Anyways, okay, what do we got? Okay. Okay, I think this is another question about reacting. So I'm gonna skip that because we just talked about that for a long time. That when my ideal partner comes, I don't repeat the old pattern. So far, my SP isn't single again yet. Thoughts? These questions always kind of make me laugh because what I hear is, this didn't work. Why? I'm like, well, I don't, I don't know what the heck. Like, I don't know. You tell me why it didn't work. You tell me, why is your person still in a relationship? Why have you not let that story go? What is it that is standing in your way? What is it that you believe that is not possible for you in this relationship? Why is there a separation? Because whatever it is that you think, that's the reason. It's because you think that. So it's easy to diagnose it if you just do a little bit of internal checking and asking and looking at patterns. So why are they? I don't know. Yeah, that's on you. You have to check that. I can't answer that for you, but some self-diagnosis will definitely help you. Okay. Okay, someone asked for a perfect health meditation rampage. Erica says, I'm having a hard time today. Cry emoji, cry emoji. Girl. I don't know where to go with this. Yeah, I don't know where to change the language. Even if it doesn't feel right, so what? The mind must stay focused on the reality you're creating, no matter what's happening in your 3D world. That includes what's going on in your body, okay? Especially what's going on in your body, because if it's a disease, if it's an illness, if it is depression, anxiety, worry, if it's mental illness, if it's anything like that, I especially am not going to allow it to tell me what I do with my mind. Nope. Sorry. Nobody, no thing, no anything, no experience, no nothing gets to tell you what you do. When I have a bad day and I notice myself being like, this day sucks, everything's hard, I am conscious of the fact that I'm doing that. And I'm like, okay, bitch, you're doing it to yourself. So when you decide to stop affirming that this is whatever, this sucks or whatever, then it'll stop sucking. So that's my cue to be like, everything's fine. Everything's working out, best case scenario. Even if you have to best case scenario that shit all day long, it's better than affirming I'm having a really hard time. And I love you. And that's why I'm yelling at you, because it's from love, but that's not the way to help yourself. And the problem is that, and I'm going to blanket a bunch of you guys here because I see a lot of it in the Facebook group. I see it all the time in the YouTube comments. It's like you're looking for validation about how bad you're feeling for, I don't know. It's like it's this weird thing, and you don't realize it, that's your problem. And every time you do it, even if you're just soaking it up for the moment, because, well, I am having a bad day, so I'm just going to do it for a little while. Well, guess what? Every time you don't stop yourself, you are perpetuating the cycle, and you're making it all of these every single time. Okay. Every time. No matter what's going on, no matter what's going on. So, I'm trying to see if I want to give this to you, but yeah, I don't care what you guys think about me, for whatever. That came out wrong. What I was going to say is I recently got Botox and filler in my face. I didn't get a ton. I got enough. I like the way I look. Anyways, the whole time I was getting it, which was like 20 minutes to 30 minutes long of just needles in my face, literally 20 and 30 minutes long. I was just going, this feels great. I like this. This feels great. I like this. This feels great. I like this. The whole time, like on a loop in my head the whole time, because I was just like, you know what? I did this to myself. I put myself in this chair. I'm going to freaking hunker down and do this. This feels fine. I like it. It feels really good. But at the end of it, I was like, oh, this is great. Everything's fine. And I don't know what would have happened to me if I hadn't felt like that. If I hadn't been telling myself that the whole time, maybe it would have lasted longer. Maybe there would have been more bruising. Maybe there would have been more that they had to do. I don't know. Either way, I got through it. I made it through. And when I was done, I left my thoughts at, this is great. I like this. And so I just picked back up and had a great day from then on. So, no matter what's happening, your mind must stay tight. Okay. And that's evidence of discipline and being on top of your focus. Heather. Ooh, she says, got rid of the third party. Woo. And first of all, thank you so much for donating to the chat, just to say that. We so appreciate you. She said, haven't heard from SP yet and assume he's licking his wounds and will be in touch very soon. Is this the right way to continue to think? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So just think of it as Third party's gone. He's tying up his loose ends, but he's on his way back. It's happening faster than I thought. It's happening quicker than I thought. Holy shit, I'm so powerful. Oh my God, I just did this amazing thing. Wow. I'm keeping my thoughts tight because I want to stay on the straight and narrow. I know this is working out. He's figuring it out. His life is falling into place, and he is in the exact place that he needs to be for this relationship to unfold. Thank you, myself. Thank you, universe. Thank you, everybody else involved. What's next, right? So yes, you're in the right mind frame. Just make sure you stay there and don't worry about what he's doing or how long it's taking. Know that every moment or every inch that you move forward in your journey or move forward in your own like self progression to get to the point where you are manifesting the right version of him, know that every step forward you take, even if it's just a hair forward, you're moving forward and he's moving along laterally with you, because you will be naturally choosing a better version of him as you become better yourself. So we don't need to worry about what he's doing. Yeah, it's none of my business. He's figuring it out. That's all I know. It's happening for me. I've already done the hard part. Now I get to relax and enjoy my manifestation. All is well. And congrats. Proud of you. And thank you. Okay. Oh man, a lot of people talking about reacting to 3D. No. We don't to the 3D. Chelsea says, I believe in ignoring my current reality, but sometimes people think I'm crazy for doing this. Sometimes I think I'm crazy for saying some stuff out loud that is not true yet. How do we distinguish between delusional and changing the vibe? I feel like it's a big limiting belief in my mind. Okay. That's interesting. I always find this question interesting because it's like, for one, there's a few things that's interesting to me. For one, it's like, who cares if it's delusional or not? If it's making your reality better, if it's making your world better, if it makes you feel better, if it makes you approach the world better and expect better things for yourself, who effing cares if it's delusional? You're not harming anybody. You're not harming yourself. You're making your life and the world a better place by being a kind and generous and considerate person. Who fucking cares if it's delusional? And secondly, what is delusional? Because I'll tell you right now, you're already in a delusion. You're in an illusion, okay? This is all energy. I'm energy. I'm 95%, I'm 99.999% empty space. I'm 0.000001 or however many zeros it is, solid matter, okay? Life is an illusion already. You are already in a delusion. So do live in the one you want. That's the point here. It's like you're already doing it. You're already manifesting in every single moment of your consciousness. From the moment you are born on planet Earth to the moment you die, I don't know what happens after that or before it, but while you're here, you are manifesting your world into reality in every single moment by your awareness and consciousness. So if you're worried about being delusional, I hate to tell you, you already are. So who cares, right? Now, I am doing a video this week on like how to deal when your friends aren't supportive, or if you have unsupportive family members who, sorry, I'm like watching my dog try to get comfortable in the video. You need help there? What's she doing? Okay. If you need, okay, sorry. If you have people in your life who are not supportive or whatever, I am going to do a video about that. I do have another video previously that I did. It's called like dealing with negative people or something like that. Also check that one out. I think it's in the SP playlist. But what I will say is that what you do in those instances is then if there are people you can't share your manifestations with, don't share it with them. Like, that obviously it's our own limiting beliefs and your own, like everyone's you pushed out, of course. So if they're voicing to you that they think you're delusional, that's just your own insecurities being mirrored at you. But keep in the mind frame that I'm already doing this. It doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks because I'm in control here. And then stop sharing those things with people who you expect to not be supportive, because it's your expectation, your story of them calling you delusional, thinking that you are, that is keeping that in your reality. So change the story about them, change the story about yourself. Stop caring whether it's delusional or not, because you're already in an illusion, however you want to think of it. And then play coy in the meantime. Don't talk about the stuff that you don't want to. If you don't want to say something out loud, say it in here. It doesn't really matter if it's out loud or not. or even if you have to like go along with something in the 3D that contradicts what you're doing in your mind, you can say stuff and not believe it, right? Because that's what happens to us all the time when we're declaring stuff that we don't get. We don't believe it, so it doesn't come to us. So if someone is making you agree to, or how do you phrase that? If you feel that you must agree to something in the moment, or you must reaffirm 3D reality in the moment, fine. You can say what you need with your mouth, but again, it's just whatever, who cares? Up here, ha ha ha, actually it's like this. That's really funny because in my reality, it's like this. This does not change, okay? Again, the 3D world, nothing. I feel like I've answered the same question over and over. Does not change what you do up here. Okay, I think just for everybody's sanity, we're not gonna, that's gonna be my last question about reacting and ignoring reality. Yep. That's, I'm sorry, no offense, guys. That's what everyone's questions are about. But let's try to get some sort of diversity with these questions here. Caroline says, happy Mindset Monday. Hello. Your content is incredible. Oh, thank you. I've shared your channel with my team members and our businesses are booming. Yes. Hell yes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you for, you know what? I'm going to take this little success story. I'm just going to take a little screenshot right here. Okay. Okay. Taken by chance. This is kind of just like the same question over and over again. How do you select a new version of an SP while also detaching and letting go? It's the same thing. No matter what you're looking at, you must be in the mind. In your reality, they must, in your mind, still be the version of them that you're creating always. And you react to everything that they do as if you are the version of you that's got the perfect relationship with them. Meaning that if they do something you don't like, who cares? It's irrelevant. Maybe it doesn't even happen to that reality version of you. Either way, that version of you isn't going to react the way that current you is reacting. And that's the point, okay? Naomi says, can you please help me with some good affirmations to use when I feel annoyed by my SP's current hot and cold behavior because it's me who's causing it? Okay, well, first things first, I would say start looking at your own limiting beliefs and what you feel is possible for you in this relationship and them, and any like resentment, anger, fear, worry, doubt, insecurities that you might have is going to be in the way of it. So sometimes we can't simply out affirm it. Sometimes we can if we don't, like I said earlier, tear it down, if we don't offer opposing ideas, if we don't negate it, if we don't talk ourselves out of it. If you're always talking yourself back into it, then you can definitely out affirm your old beliefs if you're conscious of the fact that they might be playing out. But if you don't even realize that they're there or what they are, then they're probably just going to keep popping up to you because it doesn't, some of these things are so deeply ingrained in you that they're not even just limiting beliefs, they're your literal personality traits. And so that you don't even realize that you're doing it because it's so normal to you. It's just what life is, that that's why I like to dig with people and kind of see where these limiting beliefs start so that we can knock them out and zap them out when you get them. This person's on board. He can't wait to be with you. He's always there. He always shows up for you. He's super dependable. He's super loyal. He's always on time. He's always respectful. He knows exactly what to say. He always is conscious of how he makes you feel. He makes you feel amazing. He always does things to brighten your day. He always puts you at the forefront of his mind. He values you. He prioritizes you. You're the first person on his mind at night or in the morning, and the last person he thinks about before he falls asleep. He's doing everything in his power to make this work. He's moving mountains to be with you. Stuff like that. You describe exactly what it is. Oh, excuse me. Describe exactly what it is that you want and then turn it into an affirmation. It is this. He is this. This is this. This is happening like this. I am this. It's great because of that. Okay. Who else loves SodaStream? I'm a SodaStream addict. My bridesmaids got me a SodaStream when I got married, and I was like, oh my God. I was so happy. It's like my favorite thing. I drink soda water all the time. Anyways, okay. Nadine, oh, I look so pretty. Thanks, Nadine. You're so sweet. You guys are so nice. I love you. Okay. Pink Pops says, any exercise that you would recommend for boosting vibration? Okay, how do I feel about this question? I try to get at what the heart of what you're asking is, even though it's usually just like a one quick sentence. When I hear this, what I'm hearing is like, How do I make myself feel better? How do I make myself feel happy? How do I make myself believe this is working? How do I step into my power? How do I change my mood? That's what I hear when I hear, how do I raise my vibration? So first things first, start changing your language. I feel amazing. Everything is great. You can even say my vibration is high. I feel incredible. The things I do are in alignment with my highest good. My soul is happy. I am living the life I'm supposed to. I'm fulfilling my greatest goal. I'm fulfilling my own desires. What was the question? Oh yeah, boosting vibration. And yeah, so change your language. Describe the you that you want to be. Don't tear it down. Don't talk yourself out of that reality. And then I would start doing Roxy happy. Just Roxy. That's all I worry about. There's some stuff that I really like that other people don't like, and I don't really care. Like, if I like it and it makes me feel good, then that's the stuff that I will lean into when I'm not feeling good. I know that sounds obvious, but what I'm saying, I'm dancing around the term self-care right now because I think that it has a lot of negative connotation, and I see that a lot in my Facebook group. There's just always seems to be this battle between those who get it and those who have yet to grasp it. And I've never worded it like that, and now I'm just saying, I was like, oh, that's very insightful of you. Fill your own cup back up, because we're constantly pouring out, right? So we want to fill it back up. That's what's going to help you raise your vibration, is doing stuff that makes you happy, doing stuff that fulfills you, helping yourself, not putting yourself down, using these techniques to improve your life and your mental focus, and yada, yada, yada. Just doing all the things that make you feel good, because when you feel good, you want it to stay. You want it to spread. We want to make other people feel good. We want to start seeing other people as always feeling good and always being happy, healthy, whole in our reality, and always trusting us and treating us with respect, and whatever it is. You want to be describing your world the way you want it to go, and then being that, and then doing exercises like you said, or making yourself feel happy. Do a meditation if you like. Go jogging, pet some dogs, go to the beach, roller skate, watch some trashy reality TV if that makes you happy. That's one of my things. Sometimes I just need to see other people going through shit that I don't have to deal with, right? Like, as a person, I don't have a whole lot of drama in my life just because I just don't put up with that shit. But like, all day long, I deal with people's problems. So sometimes I just like to, like, hands off, not but because I love you guys, but like, detach from that, because that in itself is draining for me to be constantly pouring that energy out. So sometimes what fulfills my cup is just to see a bunch of ratchet people on TV being ridiculous. I don't know. I like it. Sometimes it's listening to content like this, or listening to affirmations. A lot of times it's hanging out with my dogs, or just hanging out with my husband, sitting in my new backyard, doing stuff that makes me happy as a person, and just like, okay, I can breathe for a second. There you go. Raise your vibration. Long story short. Saloni says, off topic, you look bomb. I love a makeup tutorial. Okay, I'm working on the makeup tutorial. I probably won't put it on YouTube. I don't really want to insert myself into the YouTube video community, like, in any way at all. So if I do, I think we talked about maybe doing it on like Instagram Live. Potentially. I only wear makeup like literally once a week, and it's to do these videos. Otherwise I look like a troll. Okay. Martina says, hi Roxy, I just want to give you some feedback, and mainly to thank you because of one of your live chats, I think 2 weeks ago. My message was such a mess that I have a lot of uncertainty around me, as you said. Anyway, I wrote down your words and advice and kept it with me, reading it and remembering it as a mantra. My SP really likes me. My friend, oh, I thought you were going into affirmations. Okay, she says, my SP really likes me. My friend confirmed that he is still interested, could tell by his looks. Anyway, last Friday, I finally took the advantage of perfect situation, which happened almost out of nowhere when I finally dropped my focus on him again, of course. I saw him and I was like, well, it's now or never. Haha. So we said hi to each other. So at least something for the starter. I'm curious how it will progress. Anyway, I still protect my spirit by not needing it, because what if it didn't work out? So yeah, I can say I detached over the weekend. I'm going to see him around tomorrow, so we'll see. But thank you again. Okay, to that level, or wherever you're at. Couple things that stood out in your comment is first things first. I'm glad your friend said that he liked you, but who cares? And I only mean that by saying if you declare that he does, he does. So we don't, outside validation is nice, of course, like I was saying in the last question, but it's not necessary. So make sure that you're giving yourself that validation. These are like nitpicking things to help you progress along with your thing. And then also you said, I'm curious how it will progress. Anyway, I still protect my spirit by not needing it because what if it doesn't work out? So that energy is not going to really help you get your person, is worrying if it doesn't work out, because that's just going to make it not work out. It's you're a mirror. So a worry is a worry, a fear, things like that. They are thinly veiled expectations. So if you worry something's going to happen, it's because you expect it might. And if you expect something to happen, that's what we're doing here. We're learning how to change our expectations to that, so that they're only things that we're only expecting things that we like to happen, so that that's what we're manifesting. So don't expect it to, doesn't go back in with it. So this goes for anything. Worrying about losing anything is it's such a waste of energy and focus, because even if you did, in order to live that version. So I would say try not to have the energy of having to protect yourself from him. Be more so in the mind frame of, sorry, this just what popped into my head wasn't, how do I say this? Protecting yourself from yourself. That's what you're really worried about. Notification on your phone. Use it as your gaslight coming on, letting you know, oh, I have a limiting belief. I have an insecurity still here. I have a fear here that I have not been addressing. Be like a diagnostic tool, like, hey, by the way, you still have a limiting belief here. Oh, shoot, thank you. I didn't realize I was doing that. Okay, let me go back in and redeclare, actually, it's working out like this. So remember that you have all the control. He has none. Your friends have none. Nothing has any control that you don't give it. So don't give your control or your power away to anything or anybody, and just be you and stay in the mind frame of what you're doing. That's the best way I can put it. Oh, Anne says, shout out to the amazing moderators. Much love to all of you. Thank you. I would like to second that. I appreciate all my moderators and love you guys and love your work. And so community safe. Okay. Okay, here's one. Sorry, I'm kind of cherry picking a little bit just so we don't end up answering the same questions over and over. Real Media says, hey, Roxy, turns out my ex is coming back according to tarot. I'm starting to feel all sorts of feelings and memories, but I don't want to relive the betrayal and heartbreak. How do I break the old story? Okay, let's unpack. There's a lot to unpack here. First things first, if you are using tarot to tell you how your world is going to turn out, you're not using it correctly. Psychics, tarot, any of that stuff, astrology, it's not going to tell you your future. Let me back up. It's going to tell you, it's going to read your current energy and read your current reality. So if you want to use tarot as a diagnostic tool to find out if you are actually energetically a match for what you're manifesting, if you're actually keeping your mind in the vibration of where you want to go, or in the mindset of where you want to go, the mind frame of where you want to go, you're being the version of you in your mind that you are trying to embody, then you can use your tarot or psychic to reaffirm that, or to help you, shift your focus. But you do not want to be using it as a way to predict your future or tell you what's happening in your world, because all it's doing is responding to how you already feel. So it's kind of a waste of money if you're using it that way, right? So first things first, stop. That's you putting your power outside of yourself. That's you not knowing inherently and implicitly that you are doing it all, and it's always responding to you, and therefore it's happening exactly the way that you intend, or let me rephrase that, exactly the way you expect it to go. Deep down, underneath everything, all the way that underneath everything, the way that you truly expect is going to happen, what you truly expect is possible for you, or possible in love or whatever, that's what's going to manifest. So the next part, if you're worried about, that came out weird. If you're worried about feeling all sorts of memories and feelings that are negative or whatever, and you don't want to relive the betrayal and heartbreak, guess what? You're causing it for yourself. You're putting it into your body. Memories are not things in storage bins we run around and pick up. Oh, that's cute, and then put back. A memory is a current. You're putting yourself right back into the energy of where you were. And so it's not your past, it's your present. So if you're reliving that stuff in your mind, you're feeling and worrying, you are already living. If you're worrying about these feelings and memories, you're already reliving the betrayal and the heartbreak. Okay, so hard stop. Just like I was saying earlier, how do I break the story? Hard stop, hard stop, hard stop. First things first, declare what you actually do want. Get very clear on what it is that you're looking for and what you're seeking out, what you're manifesting. Get really clear on your affirmations and know exactly where you're going to go in your mind with your affirmations or your counter thoughts, however you want to think of it, when you eventually get triggered. Know your triggers, know your emotional responses to your triggers, and then be on top of it so that you are launching those counter thoughts every single time. We don't let any of them settle. None of the old thoughts or fears get to settle. The sin, that's your choice, okay? So, and also, just like a person, they knock on your door and you let them in every time, they're going to keep coming. But if they keep knocking, you stop opening the door, they're going to stop knocking eventually, right? So keep that in mind. And then you break the old story in every single moment. It's made during the tough times. That's when change happens, is during the tough times. This is what Jillian Michaels always says is, the change is made during the hard parts. It's not made in the easy parts. So for me, like if I wanted to pump some iron, I wanted to make my biceps look really good, I could do this all day long. But I'm not going to make a huge amount of change because there's no resistance here. But if I put a weight in this hand and now I start pushing through that resistance and making that change, now I will see change. And it is the same thing with your manifestation. The change is not necessarily made in the easy parts. It's made in the hard times, in the tough times. That's when you stop the cycle, stop the cycle, stop the cycle, stop the cycle, and redirect, go somewhere else with your thoughts. And you stop allowing yourself, or how do I say this? You break the pattern of choosing that reaction every single time, which is what's leading you back to this manifestation. So I hope that. Somebody here? Oh, it's just the mailman. Just Mr. Mailman. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girl. She's a sweet girl. Yeah, she's sweet. Okay. Okay. I'll just read this since these two comments are next to each other. Genesis says, I love how straightforward you are. You don't beat around the bush. Sophia says, I love your no nonsense, no BS kind of approach. And Darlene says, thank you. Appreciate all your insight. You are the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's, I don't beat around the bush in real life either. So I think that helps with this. It's just like, I can't, like, where's the chase and how do I cut to it? Like, that's one of my favorite sayings because I'm like, what are you saying to me? What is it? What are we talking about? Like, I just like to be as direct as possible. And that's why I try to choose my words carefully and not mince words and just tell you what you need to hear. So Andrew says, any tips on how to detach are just really hard to follow? Honestly, everything I've been talking about, not to just say, hey, watch the beginning of this, but really I've answered that question like so many times today. And not that I'm at that point where I'm like annoyed at answering the same thing over and over, but just to say like, that's everything I've been talking about is exactly that. How to stop, catch it, notice it, you're on top of it. You need to be paying attention to when you do this to yourself, knowing where these things lie so that you can be aware of it, and then launching your counter thoughts or your counter affirmations or whatever you want to call it every single time. Okay. So what you're doing is you're worried about detaching and surrendering. You're tearing down your manifestation. You're doubting, you're lacking, you're feeling lack, you're feeding into the insecurities, the fears, the worries. And like I said earlier, you're talking yourself out of the version of you that you're becoming, or you're talking yourself out of your manifestation. And what you want to be doing is always talking yourself back into your manifestation, talking yourself back into it, making sure that you're always, actually, it's like this. No, this is coming. I'm fine. Things are okay. I'm fine. What you need to do at the end of the day is communicate that everything is fine here as it is now. We're all good here. Everything's cool. We're all good. Nothing to worry about. Not reacting to anything. Everything's great. Person's acting just the way I want them to. Money's always coming. Things are perfect. Everyone treats me with respect. We're all good here. You need to be communicating that because, like we mentioned earlier, that overall communication is what is manifesting. Your honest truth is what's manifesting in your world. So being okay in the now, giving yourself what you need from the world, shutting down the thoughts, being very on top of your limiting beliefs and where these things stem from, and just making this an active practice. If you have a hard time detaching and surrendering, I would suggest that maybe your discipline is not quite on point. So that's where I would go with that. Okay, lost myself here. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then we have Shayna. Thank you so much for donating to the chat. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. She says, some people really struggle with flipping the script and stories in the mind. So for those instances, what is your take on biomagnetic therapy, which is basically releasing emotions with magnets? To be honest with you, like, I don't know anything about it, honestly. And like, that's the first time I've really heard of it. My opinion on that, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that there's physiological evidence and stuff like that. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. And it's definitely not something I've ever heard of. So I'm just literally like, what is your opinion on these two words you've never, heard put together before? So basically releasing emotions with magnets. It sounds like a placebo. Not saying that it doesn't work, but the placebo effect, my personal instincts would tell me that that's what's at play here, is that because, yes, the energy is being released. It's being released. Now I know it's being released. That's why it's being released, is because you think it is. So it's just like using a crystal or using a magic wand or using tarot. If you believe it, then that's what it is that makes it happen. It's the belief that, like, for example, Leora Alexandra, she did a video where she talked about how, like, everything she writes on her whiteboard comes true. And so every time she has something that's written on there, and she writes these big, huge goals on there. So she knows, I know this is happening because I wrote it on my magic whiteboard. So of course it's going to come true because it's on my magic whiteboard, and everything that's on this magic whiteboard comes true. Well, it's the fact that she believes it will come true, not the fact that it's on the magic whiteboard that makes it come true. It's because she's like, this is going to come true. Whether or not it's because it's a magic whiteboard or not doesn't really matter. It's the fact that I know this is coming true. That's what makes it happen. So it is a placebo. So what? Again, it's like the delusional thing. Who cares? If it works for you, then do it. But do you need it? I don't know. I can't. I'm going to say no, you don't need it, just because I've never heard of it, and I can still do this, right? And other people can do it too. So I think that if you're not able to do it, it's because of a lack of discipline. It's because you're not dedicating yourself day in and day out. Because you know what? If somebody asked me to do karate right now, I wouldn't be able to fucking do it. I could like pretend that I know what I'm doing, and I'd probably look like a total asshole, but I wouldn't know what I was doing. But if I took karate classes for 30 days and I was taking them every single day and then coming home and working on my karate and making sure that I was in the mind frame of the version of me who's going to be really good at karate in 30 days, then ask me to do something for karate and I'll show you some moves. But that's why I'm saying, when people say, well, how come this? I'm like, your discipline's not right, because you wouldn't even ask the question. Not saying this question, but for some of these things, struggling with staying on top of it, you're not doing it all day, every day, are you? You're not making yourself shut down those thoughts every time you have them. You're not pushing through every single hard moment. Because if you were, even if you were having trouble with it, you wouldn't even vocalize it. You wouldn't even type it into it for fear of that becoming more of your reality, because you understand how minute it is, okay? So, so yeah, that's how I feel. I just yelled at you, so that's what you have to say. Appreciate you. She says, really ping pong. Wait, really ping ponging. Okay, so she said, really ping ponging. I need validation that things are working out, not validation that I'm crying. I'll cry because I miss him, and then I'll stop and say, hey, it's just a day. Things are falling into place. Then back to crying, feeling crazy today. Okay, so Erica, what you've just done is, and then she says again, I'm so receptive to it affecting me. So what you've just done is, again, even though I said don't type in this and reaffirm it, you did exactly what I said not to do. And this is exactly why you're still in the cycle, because I just gave you exactly how to do it, and you wrote back and telling me why it doesn't work for you. All out of love, okay? I'm just holding up a mirror for you. Okay, RN says, can I get your perspective on the bridge of incidents, particularly why it seems like we don't have control over it when we are God? I feel like if we're God, we should control the speed of bridge or control / speed of bridge at will. Okay. Okay. And then I look and scroll and I don't even see a question from you. So all I see is hi Roxy, and then no question except please answer my questions too, as if I'm specifically ignoring you, which I'm not. I'm just, all right, I'm just going to, actually, everybody in my world respects me. Everybody on my chat respects me. It understands that I am one person and my focus is limited to one thing at a time. Okay. Can I get your perspective on the bridge of incidents, particularly why it seems like we don't have control over it when we are God? I feel like if we're God, we should control the speed of the, this is weird, should control / speed of bridge at will. Okay. So I don't know how the universe works. I don't fucking know how or why it does what it does. I just know that if you think of something in your mind, you decide that it's working for you and that it's coming and you don't question it, it will come. The process between there is not your business. So it's not that you can't declare the time. It's just that when you do, you add so much pressure to yourself that you start doubting your ability, which of course, snowballs into the manifestation. Okay. So I'm sure there are people who can say this is coming to me right now. And it does. I'm sure there has to be, right? So if that's not working out for you, then that should be an indication that you are not completely sold on the idea, that you don't fully believe that everything can happen to you in any moment right the fuck now if I say it. So that's part of it. The other part of it, again, is that you are the God, but you're not the delivery service, okay? You're not the thing that makes the things come to you. You're the thing that declares them and the thing that experiences them. So when you try to go over into the job of someone else, just like with this thing with karate, right? I don't know how to do karate, so I'm not going to try to do it. You don't know how to make things happen for you, right? Even just evidence in your question. So stop trying to figure out how to do it and work on what you do know how to do, which is declare and show up and take it. And the middle part of that, I never said worry about when it comes. Note I never said intend the time that it shows up for you. Not that you can't do it, but if you can't, it's a signal that you've got ideas and underlying beliefs that are standing in your way. So I would say that if you think that you're God, then absolutely you should start intending that you can control the speed, this question's worded weird. You can control the speed and the control of the bridge of incidents. Say that you can. Why not? Try it. Try it out. See what happens. Sophia says, if two different people want to manifest the same person, who wins? Great to you. Because in your reality, you are the only one with discerning power. You are the only one with the manifestational power, meaning you are attracting everything to you and not the other way around. So if there's someone else in your reality that's manifesting I would say that you have fears about them being good enough for you, you being good enough for them, whether or not someone else can have them, whether or not someone should, if there's prettier people, smarter people, richer people, if love lasts, if relationships are easy for you, if things come, like all of those limiting beliefs about relationships, you got some of them obviously because you've manifested a third party manifesting your person. So that just means space. That means distance. This is like, I have things in the way, or I don't want to let people in too close so that they can't uproot my system if they leave. So if two people want to manifest the same person, your beliefs about the situation is who wins. Okay. So whatever you think is going to happen, whatever you expect to happen, whatever you fear might happen, probably will. So start expecting. I don't care who. I don't give a wow, that person's made it. Oh, that's good. That's nice to know that I have other people in my world who understand law of attraction. Doesn't really matter about my person because that's my person, but it's good to know that they understand law of attraction, which means, hey, I'm manifesting more law of attraction in my life. Let it mean whatever the hell you want it to mean, but also declare that it's your person and that obviously they're here for you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in your reality. You take that stance on everything. Okay. Thank you, Emily. Sorry, I'm trying to decide which questions I'm going to read here because I feel maybe if I have a weird reaction to it, maybe I just should not read it. Sometimes it's more of the same. Sometimes it's like, this is my thing. Why does this happen? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing with your mind. I don't know what you're doing all day. I can't, some of these questions I can't answer for you. You're the only person that has that answer. So if just because things do not work out exactly the way that you expect them to, or they happen a different way, or they take longer than you expect, that is not your signal that it's not working. That is not your opportunity to affirm that this isn't happening. Why isn't this happening? Why is it slowed down? Stay where you are, up here, okay? You have to stay in the reality that you're creating. If you take the opportunity to notice that it's not working, love you. KL says, morning, Roxy. My SP seems to be distant lately since I've been emotional and jealous with a third party. Well, okay, there you go. How can I make our relationship better? I love him and I know he loves me too. Change the story. Change the story about him. Change the story about yourself. Change the story about your relationship. Give no attention to the third party. Think of them as a plant and stop watering that plant. Every time you focus on them, you think about them, you give them attention, you bring them into your world, you worry about them, you fear about them, you wonder what they're doing, you wonder if your person might, You're standing there with the watering can just dunking it all over that plant. So, and the second you notice you're watering that plant, stop watering it. No more watering that plant. Water another plant that you do want to grow. Water something else that you do want to see manifest in your world. And that should be the fact that your relationship is happy, healthy, harmonious. Your person loves to be around you. You have an incredible connection. We have this deep bond. We truly get each other. We finish each other's sentences. We love to be around each other. We have this amazing, again, I already said that. We have this amazing connection. We get along so well. They love to be around me. I'm the only person they could possibly ever see themselves with. We have such an amazing relationship. We finish each other's sentences. We truly bring out the best in each other. We love to be around each other. We have this great physical connection, this emotional connection. And every time we're together, it's like this magnetic thing. And like, he can't picture himself with anybody else but me. Yada, yada, yada. Tell that story and stop noticing the problems or the issues in your relationship, because that's just you watering those plants and they don't need any more water, okay? Starve them. Erica says, can we script even if we aren't in the best mindset as anyone to pull us out of sadness or lack? Yeah, I think so. I've heard other people say don't. I've even said it myself, I think, in the past. Like, don't script if you're in a bad mood. But sometimes scripting is what gets you out of your bad mood. And if you can go, sometimes I don't want to script. Sometimes I'm not feeling it, but I do it anyways because the daily practice of scripting has completely changed my life. And I see the value of it. And when I'm done scripting, even if I come into it like kind of feeling blah, by the end of it, I'm like, God damn, my life is amazing. Like, if you can't get through a whole scripting session and not start to be like, oh, okay, okay, I'm fine. Everything's fine here. In my personal experience. So, yeah, script yourself out of a shitty mood if that helps, if that works for you. Absolutely. Okay. Nina says, I don't know where the first half of this is, but she says, I'm also no longer feeling like my SP has to message first because I feel like that comes from a place of lack. If I was with him, I wouldn't have an issue with him reaching out. I wouldn't have an issue with reaching out to him anytime. Yeah, definitely. If you feel like you have to have an apology or they have to reach out to me first because I'm tired of reaching out, that's not the energy of happy, healthy, whole. So switch it up. Emily, love you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Taken by Chance says, how do you manifest multiple things, big and small, while also letting go of them all? Okay. The idea of letting go of your manifestation is not letting go of the desire for it. It's letting go of the need for it. It's letting go of noticing the absence of it. It's letting go of the, where is it? It's letting go of the, how come it's not here yet? I'm doing all the things. What the fuck? Why isn't this manifestation here? That's what letting go is. Okay. So how do you manifest multiple things, big and small, while also letting go of them all? You know that they're coming no matter what. And you act as if you are the version who's already got them. Or you act as if the version who knows they've already got it. You can be any version of yourself from here to manifestation and beyond and anything in between. any version you want, any tiny little increment of forward momentum you can step into by simply, I am this version, I am this, I do think this. And then what's most important, like we said this whole video, is don't talk yourself out of it. Don't decide it's not working. Don't wonder where it is. I am this. What else? Okay, because that's how you be another version of you, is by declaring it and then not tearing it down, not deciding it's not working, not talking yourself out of it or fearing or worrying. And if you do, you're shutting it down. You're shutting it down. You're shutting it down. You're shutting it down every fucking time. The reason I say it a million times, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down, is because I recognize that the thoughts keep coming back. They come back, and I know that. But that doesn't matter. I don't care how many times it comes back. It's still not getting in here. I am in control, not the thoughts, always, okay? So, yeah, you got to know they're all coming. You be of the mind frame of this is working out no matter what, and you do everything in your power to not tear yourself down. Because you're already doing it. That's the thing. We're not talking about how to manifest. We're talking about how to stop standing in your way from the manifestations that you're already doing, okay? Because this is a natural process. Juanisa says, when I started visualizing my end scene, it was blurry in the beginning. I'm much better at it now. It's more detailed. Does that mean it's coming sooner? I would say that it's more so evidence of you like being of it. And so I mean, of course, yeah, sure. Take that as it's coming sooner. You decide that it is. That's, that's your decision. But I would say for sure that it's, of course, it's happening either way. But because it feels more real and tangible and possible to you, it's now more real, tangible, and possible to you, if that makes sense. So you are the awareness of it in any way that takes shape, whether it's the awareness of the absence of it, it's the awareness that it's coming, the awareness that it's taking a long time, the awareness that it's coming sooner. Doesn't really matter. You're still the awareness of it, and that's what manifests, okay? Okay. Erica says, yeah, I want a session to dig hard on this because I can't diagnose you guys. I say this every week. I can't diagnose you off of one sentence. I can't diagnose you off of one comment. I don't know what it is that you're doing to cause your manifestations to not be there. Sometimes it's very apparent in what you write. Sometimes it's not. So if you want to get deep with it, if you really want to figure out what's in the way and then learn how to rewrite it, by all means, please sign up for one-on-one coaching. I would love to help you discover that. Edson, brand new. Hi, welcome. Thank you. Lose weight. I always planned to do dieting, but failed. Okay. So first things first, you want to change that language. I'm really good at dieting. I'm really good at staying on top of my healthy eating. I enjoy eating healthy. I like the way it feels after I work out. I like the power and the freedom I get from looking in the mirror and loving what I see. I always love what I see when I look in the mirror. I love who I am. I love this body. I love the skin I'm in. You want to be changing the language. Even if you don't necessarily believe this at first, you still are putting it in and putting it in and putting in because you want to start brainwashing yourself into thinking those thoughts naturally. And I kind of mentioned earlier about speaking to the subconscious so that you choose these thoughts automatically. And that's what that's about. So change the language, change your intentions, and be very diligent, be very focused. And, if you're going to try a diet, do what you can to, you'll see as soon as I say it why it's so ridiculous, but I have to say it right now. The 3D world is your mind's poop, okay? And a mental diet is a literal diet. Your thoughts are your mind's food, and you are feeding yourself food all day long, and it's digesting, and then it's pooping into your reality, okay? As ridiculous as that sounds, that's what's going on here. So we asked this question earlier about how long something takes. Well, I don't know. How long does it take to digest something? Some things happen real quick. Some things take a while, right? That part, once it's in our mouths, that part's out of our hands. Even if I am the god of my meal, even if I choose whatever the hell food I want, I still have to wait for it to digest before it manifests in solid matter, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, right? So it's the same thing with your manifestation. Remember that not only are you, since you're working on weight loss, not only are you feeding your body food, you're also feeding your mind food. So you need to be feeding your body healthy foods, and your mind, healthy foods, healthy thoughts, healthy ideas. If you're feeding your body fast food and terrible food, and you're feeding your mind fast food thoughts, guess what your poop's going to be like? Smelly. You know what I'm saying, guys? This analogy is weird, but you get what I'm saying, right? That's what's happening. So change your language, change your focus, look at yourself and start complimenting yourself, making it a habit to compliment yourself. Again, it might feel weird at first, but after a while, it becomes second nature. You want to be treating yourself better, treating yourself with respect, expecting yourself to be good at this, and living it out, being that version of you, taking the steps, actually doing the work to change your physical body. Allowing however that manifestation comes about to work for you, whether or not you wake up in the body you want, or you're led to a diet that you want, or you're led to a meal plan or an exercise, whatever, or personal trainer, whatever it is, however that manifestation happens in your reality, just go with it and don't question it. Don't worry like, well, I'm supposed to wake up skinny. That's all I want. Well, maybe it's not possible for you because you can't get there mentally. So yeah. Brianna, I love you. Brianna is one of my moderators in my Facebook group. She says, I love you and all your analogies, poop and all. Thank you, Brianna. You're the best. Oh, okay. Poop and all. That should be my new tagline. Okay, where are we at? 2:05. Okay, Nick likes the idea of the guided meditation. Can you tell me what if I do a guided meditation this week, what do you guys want it on? Do you want it to be on something specific? Well, here's where I'm at. I would do one on love. I would do one on just being the master of your reality and kind of being in control of your thoughts. And then as far as affirmations go, because I think I'll do a meditation and an affirmation tape, which are kind of the same thing. But the affirmations, I've been asked to do the health, the physical health. And then I've been asked where I was talking about doing a love meditation. So just let me know your thoughts, because those. Kim says, currently giving myself what I need energetically. Honestly, it feels odd. Any pointers for my SP, but also for a new job? I want this case manager job I applied for. Thank you. Love your videos. You're so sweet. Thanks all. Okay, so sorry, I just saw another message down there. Okay, so same thing with everything. You want to be changing the language. Instead of I want to manifest this, or I am manifesting this. This is my reality. I've got this new job that I'm coming into. Start acting as if you have the job. Give yourself the acceptance letter, or give yourself the meeting from your manager that says, hey, you got it. And then from that point forward, what would you be doing? If you found out right now that you got this job, how would you move forward? Start doing that, okay? Same thing goes with your SP. If you got the exact thing that you needed to hear from your specific person, or you got the exact conversation, the exact situation, experience, whatever that you need from your SP, how would you move forward from this point forward if it came right in this moment? Be that version of you, or any version in between that and your end goal, which is either being the case manager or having your relationship with your person. Anywhere in between, you can step into those roles at any moment, declare it, I am this version, I have gotten this job, or I just got hired, or I know this job is mine, it's absolutely mine, it's here in my reality so that I can have it. So I'm not really worried. What I need to be worried about is being the version of me that's successful in that job. That's what you need to be worried about, not the ifs, the whens, the hows. I always say this to my clients, you don't need to be worrying about that stuff. What you need to be worrying about is where that's the way I'm thinking right now. Would I be okay with it? That's what you need to be worried about. And that's all you should ever worry about is, am I doing anything to tear this down right now? Because it's already happening. It's you getting in the way that's keeping you apart from the things that you want. That's for everybody, not just for anybody specific. Okay. 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 Estelle says, how is everyone you pushed out when you really love a person and expect them to be awesome, but they turn out to be the complete opposite, and vice versa? I just can't believe in everyone as you pushed out. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. I would say for you, first things first, look into quantum physics, because I always say this, because this is happening whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. So the sooner you can get on board with it and start like having it make sense to you in your mind, the sooner that you can start controlling it. But essentially, you may expect that your person is awesome, but if you don't expect that you're awesome, if you don't expect that you're the only one, if you expect relationships to fall or fail, if you expect things to be hard, if you expect that I can't do this, which is what exactly your questions are, harder for you. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff in between you and this person that you don't really realize you're doing. And that's why they're behaving in ways that you don't expect, maybe consciously, but subconsciously. You have a story written about how people show up and treat you in your world, or even just that person, and they have no choice but to play along to the role that you've written. So that's on you. Okay, and let me just say one thing, quantum physics thing real fast. You are shifting in and out of parallel realities seamlessly, imperceptibly, in every single moment of every single day of your life. And it's always happening. It never not happens. So instead of worrying about trying to change someone or get someone to feel a way that they don't, or worrying about how they're acting and why they're this, realize that you have manifested them to be the exact version that they are. And all you have to do to get a different version is simply lock in on that version in your mind and only entertain them that way. Only see them that way. Only expect them to be that version. Expect everybody in your life to treat you with respect and things to work out for you. And this is all working, and I understand it better every single day. You have a lot, like, I don't know your story, but I can guarantee there's a lot of places where you are limiting yourself, and that's just part of why it's not working for you. So some self-diagnosis for you would be really great, and also looking into quantum physics. Okay. Brigizo says, oh shoot, I wasn't going to read your name. Okay, I'm going to read another couple and then come back to it and not let anybody know what the names are of any people. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, what are your thoughts on watching and reading tarot? I already actually explained that. It's just reading your current energy. If you want to go back and watch the beginning of this video, I talked about that. What's the best way to ignore a third party? Stop watering them. Don't give them any attention. If you see it, you must change that into something else that works for you. Oh, that's their cousin. Oh, they're really cute. Hold on, let me rephrase that. Like, anyways, that's weird. Or, ooh, that's some evidence of my old manifestation coming to play. Good thing I don't feel that way anymore. Or, oh, they're so, my person's so sweet, being nice to that person while they're heartbroken and finding someone else for them. They're off finding their own love. Whatever you're doing, you can send them off with grace. You can erase them out of your reality, like literally, like visualize yourself erasing them and then dissolving. You stop watering the plant. You stop giving them any sort of attention at all. You must put blinders onto it and communicate. Everything's fine here. This is all good. We're all good here. Everything's fine. My person loves me. I'm the only one that they could possibly be with. I'm not really worried. You have to be communicating that in all moments. How would I approach manifesting a relationship ending? I don't feel safe breaking up with him. So I would just visualize all the different possible outcomes, or would that confuse things? And should I just focus on one? Okay. So what I would do with this question is, I would say, first of all, you have to change the story. I feel safe. I'm in a safe environment. I'm always taken care of. I always feel at ease. I always feel comfortable. And say it about this person too. This person makes me feel safe. I feel safe here. I feel secure. My being is protected. I'm always taken care of by the universe. Everything is okay for me. Everything is always working out in my favor. Start changing the language, first things first. Also changing the way that you expect this person to behave to you. Even though it's hard, I know it's hard with things like abuse and things like that. Like when people are so who they are in our mind, we have that, like, just like we were talking with Estelle, like we have this idea of they're just who they are and we can't do anything about it. But that idea alone keeps them where they are and prevents them from changing in your world. So change the language. This is good. This is the best thing for us. This is healthy. They're really happy you're doing it. Let them be on board. Make it be their idea or something. Like your question of, should I visualize all the different possible outcomes, or would that confuse things? No. The only person that would be confused is you. Like I hear people say all the time, like, should I use my person's last name so the universe knows who I'm talking about? I'm like, we know who you're talking about. Like, you're the one that you're worried about. You're the listener of the thoughts, okay? They're just like giving you what you put out. They're not judging whether or not you're ready for it or deciding it's time. It's just that you're transmitting the thoughts and they're giving you exactly what you're transmitting. So change the story. You don't have to worry about being confused because you know what the issue is. So if you want out of a relationship, visualize yourself out of it. Visualize yourself packing your last bag and leaving and being like, oh my God, I'm so glad that this is happening. I'm so happy this has worked out so harmoniously. I'm so happy that there's, no more. And then visualize oceans forming between you guys and just separating you. Like you can do all of it. I say do all of it. Do everything that makes you feel good and signifies to you that this is done. And now my job is to be the version of me that's out of this relationship, that is so happy that my life is moving to a new direction because I know it is, because it is. You have to start embodying the version of you that feels great, knows that you got out scot-free. You're free now. Everything's great. It was harmonious. It was the most day, every single situation, best case scenario always. Okay. So definitely changing all your language, changing your expectations, living as the version of you in your mind that is free and clear and happy and so glad it happened. And the other party is happy too. Okay. That's got to be the new story. And then you just have to be that and then let it unfold the way it does, keeping your mind focused on where you're going. Okay. Okay. Hi, Roxy. I'm bisexual and trying to manifest a partner, but I want the universe to surprise me with the gender. What's an easy way to manifest that? Well, it's the same thing when you want a person, and not necessarily as week's videos, but think about the fact that you have a little secretary in your head, little version of you all day and night long, typing. You are never not transmitting your reality to whoever is fulfilling it. Okay. So if that's the case, you want to, we stimulate each other intellectually and emotionally and physically. And I just have these crazy bonds. And I just love the fact that love is always around me. It's always coming to me. People treat me with respect. They like what I have to say. They like being around me. They find me magnetic. They think I'm amazing. They think I'm sexy. They think I'm all the stuff that we say. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep typing because I remember we're always typing. We're always communicating. Yada, yada, yada. You let the person, just let them come to you how they are. Gender is totally irrelevant. So I don't really care who they are, what they look like, I just know that they're going to be perfect for me because this is what I intend and this is what I'm getting. And I get everything that I want because the universe is always responding to me. So yeah, bring it on. I'm excited to see who might fulfill that role for me. And that's it. Okay. Can you guys hear my stomach growling? It's like really loud. What do you do when your boyfriend says something that upsets you? Do you address it in the 3D? Handle it energetically? Like, yes, energetically. The 3D part, that's up to you. If you want to take it as like, you're helping this version see something that they needed to see to help them grow, fine. If you need to say it so that you have the assurance in your mind that what you've wanted to say has been heard by this person and it's not just like going out to the universe to who knows where, then of course, absolutely. If you feel like you need to say something, then definitely say it. That part I would say is kind of up to you, but the energetic part, absolutely, you have to do that every single time. So they say something stupid and you're like, oh, my person is so sweet. He always knows exactly what to say. He's so respectful and kind. That's what you do upstairs, okay? And then whatever happens in 3D and downstairs, up to you. It doesn't really matter, right? As long as you're communicating and sending off that everything is fine. This person treats me with respect. We have this incredible, amazing relationship and they're always kind to me. Great. Hands off from there. Okay. Emily says, is it true that you can attract positive things while in a low vibration? The person I'm dating now, who I really like, I met him the day after I got dumped. How did I manifest meeting him if I was in such a negative headspace? Yeah, no, I definitely have talked about this before. You don't have to feel any certain way to manifest because you're already doing it. You're manifesting right now, and 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 right now. And we manifest all day, every day. We feel a wide range of emotions all day long, and yet we still manifest constantly. So yeah, again, it's the awareness and what you're overall communicating out. That's what manifests for you. Okay. Cool. Says, I don't have a question, but I want to say thank you. I've manifested confidence, appearance changes. Oh, there it is. Money and respect. Your videos have made things click. I'm amazed by myself and I'm getting better. Proud of you. Thank you. And yes, it is all you. You are doing it all. It's always responding to you. Okay. D Fashion Girl says, I went on vacation with my crush, although he was very caring during the whole trip. I really thought a relationship would come out of this and it didn't. Actually, we haven't been talking ever since. Well, I don't know what the series of events was for you, but just off of what you said, I can imagine maybe, everything was fine. We got treated really well. We started building these expectations about what would happen when we got back from the vacation. And then once maybe the evidence wasn't exactly there right away, you started to worry, fear, doubt, have insecurities, tear down your manifestation. And that's why it's not manifesting. So you can always change the language. It doesn't matter what happened. Just decide that it's working out for you and then it will. And then just stay in that mind frame. Okay. You have to be the version of you that's in that relationship. Okay. Oh, Heather asked if my top was glitter. No, I just have glitter on and I've probably wiped it all over myself. Appreciate you. Okay. Oh, I see my mods are going to town in here. Holy shit. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Love you. Also getting things done. I'm having trouble doing both because I have so many negative thoughts and bad imagined scenarios coming in that I have to stop. Have to stop what? Visualizing? Visualizing is not the end all be all of manifestation. Visualizing is just part of it. It's just just like how we daydream during the day. We don't daydream all the time. We don't always see pictures in our minds. Sometimes we don't see anything. Sometimes we do see pictures. It's the same thing with visualizing. It's not the end all be all. It's just part of the journey. It's one of the techniques that you can use to bring about what you want in your life. And it's just something that we do as human beings that perpetuates the cycle of life that we live in. So, how to build desired beliefs while also getting things done. I don't really quite know what you mean here, but don't slack on things in your life that need to be taken care of, but also don't give into the current reality just because it's the current reality. It doesn't matter. So what? You're going to keep going with your manifestation, right? Staying focused. I'm not 100%. Look at my 360 video and see if that helps you. Emily, hi babe. She says, discipline is hard, y'all. No, it's not. Discipline is easy. Discipline comes naturally. Discipline comes easy. Okay. I started Law of Attraction in November, and I feel like now I'm in this calm, submissive state. Like the dog whispers. It takes a lot of hard work, but it happens eventually. Okay. I love you. First of all, you've been practicing since November. Girl, It took you 4 months to figure it out. I've been doing it for almost a decade. And actually, it did take me like 3 to 4 months when I started this new process of really making everything just like all my life just worked out. But if you're 4 months in and you get it, bitch, give yourself a round of applause because you're doing amazing. So the fact that I don't even know if I knew that you just discovered it. And this is a client of mine. I don't know if I knew that you just discovered in November, but good job. Amazing job. Because to have this knowledge for 4 months and to be able to grasp it like that, again, round of applause. Really, really proud of you. But at the same time, stop saying it's hard. It is easy. It gets easier every single day. Every single day we figure out how to do it better and better. Every single day we get closer. Every single day we get more aware of our thoughts, or however, every single day I'm more on top of my language, whatever it is. Just declare and decide and intend and manifest and say and think and transmit that it's getting easier every single day. It is a discipline, yeah, but hey, the thing about disciplines is that once it becomes a habit, it's kind of just a habit and it's in there, right? So it does get easier after a while. Your brain does create neural pathways and make things habitual. So the good thinking thoughts, this process becomes habitual too. Okay. Okay, these two questions are right back to back. I'm gonna address them together. So Positive Vibe says, when you say circumstances don't matter, that applies to everything. My ex thinks that I cheated on him. And then also Linda says, can you manifest losing feelings for someone? So the reason I'm lumping these two together is because it's just mindset. So for Positive Vibes, when you say circumstances don't matter, that applies to everything. Yes, it does. My ex thinks that I cheated on him. No, he doesn't. Not anymore. Not from this moment forward. From this moment forward, what? He doesn't even remember that. Oh, I can't believe. He's like, I can't believe I used to feel that way. That's so weird. That doesn't even resonate anymore. He truly trusts you. He trusts you implicitly. He understands your perspective. He totally gets it now. Oh my God, I'm so glad he finally gets this now because, I don't have to worry anymore. He gets it. So I'm not going to be trying to convince him anymore because I don't have time for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to shift into a reality where he's already over it. Or he never thought that, or he thought it for a little while and now he realizes how ridiculous it is, but he doesn't want to think that way anymore, or he doesn't think that way anymore. You shift into a reality where that's not even on the table anymore, okay? So Linda, same thing. You want to manifest losing feelings for someone, you start intending it. Bah! I can't believe I used to like that person. Oh my God, it's so weird. All of a sudden, I just woke up one day and it was like, erase them from your mind, erase them from your heart, erase them from your... Shift into a reality where you've never really thought they were that special. Shift into a reality where you already dealt with all of this shit. Shift into a reality where you're like, kind of meh about them. Or shift into all of them. Whatever you're feeling in the moment, you can shift into any version of yourself. Like I said earlier, between now and your ideal manifestation. So let's say for Linda, it's now to doesn't have feelings anymore. You can step into or shift into or declare quantum jump, however you want to say it, any version of you from here to there or beyond. Of course, I've been over them for 5 years. It's not even an issue anymore. Is my husband home already? Oh, my husband's home. Anyways, sorry, I just got really excited. He's early. Sorry. Anyways, sorry, I'm like totally like acting like a little schoolgirl. Back to work. Okay. Yeah. So just declare that. It's you can shift into any versions of those versions of yourself that you want by simply declaring it, being it, and then again, not tearing it down, not deciding it's not possible, not deciding it doesn't work, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So kind of same answer for both of those questions. What? Hi. You guys want to see Mango? Here she is. She's sleeping. Or no, she's not sleeping, but she's laying there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping it up a little bit, guys. I'm changing my language. You guys have heard me say business is booming. I've talked about how busy I am, and I fully understand that language is what's keeping me so busy. So I really need to start living my life more. Living my life period. I haven't been doing anything for myself like at all. So that's changing. I'm going to be taking myself out of the equation as much as far as like the coaching goes, just because out for me, I have tons of time to do exactly what I need, spend time with my husband, make myself happy, and devote myself to my clients. So having said that, I will be switching up the specific person workshop. That's going to become an automated thing. Not all of it. There will be chances to talk to me in it, but it will be more a bigger group setting, because right now I'm just doing like 2 to 3 people and we're going super deep with everybody. But I'm realizing that a lot of that stuff that I do with people can be done ahead of time on their own, so that when we do come together, we can just talk about the specific issues at hand to cut down on time. So I'll be automating the specific person workshop. That'll be really interesting. I'm already really excited about it because the modules have been like, they're really actually really good. So that'll be great. And then the Love and Money seminar, I'm turning also into an automated course so that you guys can just access it right away. The other problem with like the workshop, the SP workshop, is that I'm like, it's the biggest seller. It like flies off my shelves and it's booked out till like April. And so people that want to manifest a specific person, they want it right fucking now. And they want to talk to me right fucking now, but I'm booked out. I'm booking into April right now. So like March is almost fully booked. I have a few spots left in March, but anyways, I'm rambling about my busyness again, which is what I'm not supposed to be doing anymore. I'm in control of my focus, and I'm focusing on my schedule being smooth. So having said that, I am going to be cutting down kind of the Mindset Monday talk time a little bit. I will be maybe backing off of so many face-to-face videos, but giving you guys more affirmations, more meditations, things that you've been asking for. And of course, I will still make the face-to-face videos, but the brand is expanding and there's a lot of amazing things coming this year. And if I want to kind of give you guys more than I'm able to at the moment, I have to step back from the coaching a little bit. So I will be bringing in, I'm going to start bringing in email coaching through coaches. So the mods of my Facebook group are going to be the first kind of email coaches that Roxy Talks has. I don't offer emails. I wouldn't have time to be on. I wouldn't have nothing else to do. So, or not be able to do anything else. So I can't address them. That's why I don't. So if you're looking for text or email coaching, that will be coming available. It will be with other people, but these are trusted advisors in my camp and stuff. So that's happening. That's expanding. Maybe adding actual coaches. I still am not 100% sure about how I feel about that, but I want to be more accessible to more people in a different way. So I might be doing more of the automated type stuff so you guys can get the issues out of the way, and then we can talk about the stuff that's like still there, the sticking points, the things that you actually need my perspective on to help you. So that's coming. So I would definitely love any suggestions or ideas that anybody has about that. I am making the video this week about the success stories. So if you have one that you'd like included in a video, please leave that in the comments or on the Facebook group. If you want to be anonymous, make sure that you say that so that I'll blur your name out so it won't be in the video. Yeah, okay, so I'll answer a couple more questions. Just wanted to kind of get that part out. Also, you can get your beautiful Roxy Talks merch. Oh, this says the Roxy Talks on the back. Can you guys see that? On the back. This is the purple, and then this one's Soul Searcher in purple, and then there's Dreamer in pink. Okay. Oh, Hina from Pakistan, 3:30 in the morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Okay, Joseph says past tense, present tense, future tense for scripting what you want, ? My business is booming. Everything is working out. The universe is always responding to me. Everything is happening exactly the way I want it to. Everything I want happens for me. I get everything I want. I have an amazing relationship. My husband loves me. He adores me. We have a great connection. Everything is working out for me. Money always flows. I'm making $100,000 a month. I'm making $10,000, whatever it is. Like money, I kind of just go the whole gamut. I don't think that me saying I'm a self-manifested billionaire and also saying I'm a multimillionaire contradicts each other. So in my mind, they don't, because it is the same thing. So if I'm on that path, I'm on that path regardless. So that's why I say past, present, future as it's happening now. I'm selling out arena tours. I have a national bestseller book on the New York Times bestselling list. Everybody loves my coaching. They enjoy what I have to say. They hang off my every word. They find me magnetic. They think that this is the best explanation of law of attraction they've ever heard. Whatever it is, it's like any of the stuff if you just heard it, you wouldn't know whether that happened to me today, tomorrow, yesterday, never happened, hasn't happened yet, gonna happen, whatever. It's just, I say it as it's happening now. The reality that I'm going to be embodying in this moment, I describe it as it's happening now. Whether that thing is still coming to me or not, whether I'm changing something from the past or changing something from the current, or simply keeping my world perpetuating the way that I want it to go, it's kind of all wrapped up into that. Okay, I'm scrolling down to the end, guys. If I missed your question, self-love and self-care, I need to do that for myself as well. I can't be lacking in that department also. Okay. Shabera says, Roxy, I really get into my visualizations to the point I feel them very tangible, but somehow I couldn't help but feel that I'm waking up from a beautiful dream that vanished into thin air. Any advice? Sounds like you're putting all of your eggs in the visualization basket, and that's just like one little tiny basket. That's just like one compartment of your larger basket. So visualize, yes, great, but also work on the mental diet, work on the focus, work on the wording, work on the language that you're perpetuating in your mind and what you're overall communicating to the universe, because again, that's what's manifesting for you, you know, at the end of the day. So make sure you're on top of that. And then when you come out of it, yes, this is happening. This is my world. Reaffirm it and reaffirm it and reaffirm it, and keep yourself in the mind frame of it. Take that high that you get from meditation or visualization or whatever and carry it as far as you can throughout your day. And then when it kind of fades, go back in with the affirmations and understanding and knowing that this is all working out for you, using your mental diet in different ways than just with your visualization, changing the language, expecting things to work out for you. And stop saying that it's diminishing or vanishing into thin air. If it starts to disappear, say, now I know that it's happening. I'm on my way to that. I'm not worried about it. Things are working out for me, yada, yada, yada. Again, always talking yourself back into the reality that you're creating instead of talking yourself out of the reality that you're creating. That's what you want to do. Okay, Violet's, this is back to what I said earlier. She says, I will watch the 360 video. Thanks. Just meant it takes a lot of concentration to have a mental diet while getting things done in the 3D. So worried that my ex is moving on and can't manifest in time. Okay, well, time is, if you're putting time on the table, it's just adding another layer. Now add pressure to it, time pressure. So there is no time. It's just, you're not thinking of it the right way. You're thinking of it in a very limiting way. And you're letting the 3D reality tell you what's possible for you. And it's just not the case. So if your ex is moving on, good. That means they're dealing with all the shit that has brought you to this point. So let them move on, and then let them have an aha moment that says, oh my God, this is the person I need to be with. This is where my heart is at. This is where my mind's been this entire time. You get to decide that. There is no time limit unless you're dead. And then who knows what happens after that. You're not going to give a shit about this stuff anymore. So yeah, if you're trying to manifest in a time crunch, it's not that you can't do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that you think that you need it in that time crunch, and that's what makes it hard. So if you can diminish that by knowing that I don't really care when it happens, it's going to work out. So I'm just going to get out of the way and focus on something else in the meantime. And does it have a lot of concentration? It's interesting that you say that. So it takes a lot of concentration to have a mental diet while getting things done in the 3D. Not saying this is your story, but I have found with many of my clients, you say that, yet you're spending your entire day focused on the fact that your person's not here. Is that easy? You're already focused somewhere else. And that's why you're writing this stuff, because your brain's not focusing the way it needs to be. So you can get stuff done in the 3D and still know that everything, like, they're not mutually exclusive. I'm doing stuff right now in my 3D, and I also know that everything is working out for me. I could be on this video right now thinking, oh my God, I hope this lasts, or oh my God, these people keep asking me the same questions, like what the fuck? Or I could be sitting here thinking like, I hate doing this. This is hard. It's really hot in here. Like, oh my God, when can I get off of this? Or I can be in here doing my job and just simply know that, okay, cool, everything's working out. This is part of the process. I'm getting there. I'm building my empire. This is what we're doing. And not saying that I felt all those negative ways, but I was just coming up with like random things that I might be thinking right now, because it is really hot in this room. And I do get frustrated after answering the same questions over and over, but that's just, I've always been like that. That's limiting too. So anyways, You can catch yourself at any point. We're like, there's probably always going to be something that you don't realize you are holding yourself apart from, or something in the way from what you want. So self-diagnosis, self-awareness is really important. And then dedication to your discipline. That's what you got to do. Okay. Okay, I'm going to answer 2 more questions, 1 more Facebook and 1 more YouTube. Okay, actually, this is this. Read this real fast. Anne says, my mind is blown. My mind is blown. Not just that, we have many things in common. My mind is just blown. I thought I wouldn't be with this person again. Cut that story. They only needed time to grow. Now we're together. Thank you, Roxy, for guiding everyone. Absolutely, Doll, you got it. It's always your story. It's always responding to you. Joseph, can you quantum leap from one day to the next in a different reality, like you wake up in a different year or a different circumstance? Erica says, thanks. Yeah, I'm a coach. I'm so good at helping others find their beliefs, but need guidance myself. Do you work with a coach when you get stuck, or can you coach yourself right now? No, I don't work with a coach. All I really have is like my husband, because he like listens to all this stuff, so he absorbs it. So he's kind of like he's like my counselor. He's like my coworker, and I guess my coach, kind of. And then like if I have questions about how to respond to things, or if I feel like I'm framing something in a way that I don't really like, I'll go to my mods in my Facebook group actually, and I ask them for advice sometimes. Just I'm like, how do I respond to this? Like, I don't want to sound like a bitch, but I kind of feel like having a response to this. But so yeah, so I don't have a coach. Sometimes I wish I did. But yeah, I don't know. I think self-awareness is just something I've always kind of been, I don't want to say gifted with, but experience. I've always been very acutely aware of where my thoughts are and stuff. So it's a discipline. You got to be on top of it. And if you are coaching people, they're going to want to see you living by what you preach. You have to practice what you preach. So you're going to have to start figuring out how to get yourself out of that stuff when it happens, because how can you show your clients how to do that if you can't do it yourself? Basically is kind of the way. And I'm not just saying that like as like a fellow coach, like, bitch, get your shit together. That's not what I'm saying. It's more like, this is stuff that people say to me, so I know what the public at large thinks about it. A lot of people tell me the only reason why they listen to my SP stuff is because I'm in a happy, healthy, whole relationship with my person, because I've already done it. And they don't listen to anybody that does not have their relationship talk about a specific person. So just know in their lives, you've got to be a beacon of how to do that. You have to show, not just teach, right? You have to like be the example. And all the best wishes for you, of course. Jay Bunny. Oh, Bunny's my cat's name. She says, I got my ex back in my life by taking no action / allowing. We've been seeing each other, but haven't talked about being in a relationship yet. Should I start taking action / pursuing, or keep allowing? Definitely keep allowing, because if happy, healthy, whole relationship is your goal, then that's where we're headed. We don't, again, how, when, not your business. You need to just be the version of you that's in a happy, healthy, whole relationship with that person, and then the universe will catch up. Okay? So should you start taking action and pursuing? If it feels right, if it feels natural, if it feels good, if it feels like you want to do it, then sure. If it feels like something you're questioning and you're not worrying about it, then questioning is not the energy you want to be building your life off of, I guess I would say, or that you don't need a deadline. Happy, healthy, whole is the goal, not the words, we're in a relationship. So that's where I would say I agree. And thank you for donating to the chat. I appreciate you. Also, JM, thank you, darling. Appreciate you as well. She says, what happens when major shifts happen? Manifesting a new job. Manifesting a new job and got fired. Bills have to be paid. Do I do 360 and Rampage to manifest everything? Thanks. First of all, yes. Okay. And so this person, this is a client of mine. She was in a job situation that wasn't working for her. And she was scripting, I'm going to quit by, I think it was like April, you said, or May, right? I'm going to quit by May. I'm going to quit by April, whatever it is. And then she got fired. And I said, girl, Hell yes. Because she also was having, I'm saying she, like I'm not talking to you also, but I'm just kind of sharing with everybody what's going on. She also had anxiety about the quitting process, not wanting to quit, having to actually do that actual act of quitting a job is very stressful. So I said, listen, girl, you got best case scenario. It happened sooner than you wanted or that you intended, and you didn't even have to do the work for it. They took care of it on your own. So now, but what I see you doing since then is like you're worried. And I get it. I totally get the fact that bills need to be paid and shit's piling up. But the worry is not going to help, right? So what happened for you that I've seen, like since the last time we talked, is that you've gone from getting a manifestation to almost maybe not being prepared for it when it came. And now you're in question mode again. Now you're in uncertainty. Now you're in doubt. Now you're in fear. Now you're in lack, right? Because now, oh my God, where's the money going to come from? Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't really give a shit where my money comes from. I just know it's coming all the time. Money always flows to me. Everything is constantly coming to me. Everything happens exactly the way I intended to. And you know that because that situation seemed so insurmountable to you. And it, what, like 2 weeks and it was just done from us talking. So go back in, figure out what you want right now, rewrite all of it if you need to, because now you no longer have that job hanging over your head. Now just simply declare and rewrite the world that you're creating from here forward. You are sought after. People want you to work for them. They like your perspective. They think you're extremely skilled at it. They know how smart you are. And everything is working out. Bills, schmills. Pay them energetically. The second they get oh, good, pay that. Yeah, paying it in my mind. Visualize getting the confirmation this has been paid so that you don't have to worry about it anymore. And now the universe can just figure out what needs to happen in order for that to get paid, because that part, again, is not your job. So do I do 360? Yes. Do you do rampages? Yes. All of it. Because the version of you that is living the life that you want, she's thinking those things, right? She is thinking that things are working out for you or for her. She knows that everything's happening exactly the way she wants it to because she's already gotten that stuff. And you have too. You just haven't gotten all of it yet. So yes, be her, be the version of you that's there, that's doing the thing, that's got the new job, or doesn't even worry about money because money's always coming. So that's the last thing on my mind. Money's always here. So money's like constantly on your mind, the lack of it, when it's coming, you can be sure that you're pushing it away. When money is not on your mind, and if it is, it's the fact that you always have it and you're not worried about it, that's a good sign, okay? So changing the story, I think you should go in and rewrite everything again. Start over, change stuff with SP, because I know that things have been different since the job thing with SP. So change it all. Go back to the basics, go back to the bottom line and rewrite that story, and then you be that version, okay? Embody it, okay? And thank you. I appreciate you for being so generous. I know that you are working on getting a new job, and I'm excited for you because you are getting it. Okay. So appreciate you all. Everybody's really kind. I'm seeing if there's any suggestions for sorry. Love you all. Appreciate you. I'm just making sure that we have anything like this. Any questions I asked? Randy says, how much is it to join the group? My group is free. Black Moon Society. Okay, thank you. Black Moon Society is the name of my Facebook group. It's completely free. So you can definitely join that. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so if you have any suggestions for affirmations or meditations, things like that, leave them in the comments. And if you want one-on-one coaching, roxytalks.com is my website. You can sign up there. We can talk. I am booked till March. So if you're looking to get in right away, time crunch, we already know about that. Just know if you do want to talk to me and that's on your plate or on your list, definitely sign up when you can, because there is a little bit of that waiting period. So you want to get in, sooner than later, so that if you do have to wait, by the time that time comes around, you got the session booked, and it's not something that you're like, oh, I wish I would have booked that session. Now I have to wait another month again. And I do have cancellations that happen every now and then. I have a list for people who are, want to be, do you have soul searcher or soul searcher? It doesn't matter. Anyways, hope everyone's doing amazing. I appreciate you all. Affirmations for improving a family relationship. Okay, I'm definitely doing a video this week on, what to do if your family and friends are unsupportive. So there will be a whole video dedicated to that, like a face-to-face video. And if you have any success stories, please leave them in the comments or in the Facebook group so that I can include them in my video. And if you want to be kept anonymous, just let me know in that comment so that I will blur your name out so it won't be included. And I think, you're all good. You're doing well. It's got to be the focus. Stop the questioning and just know that this is happening. This is how Earth works. And whether or not they teach it in schools, I don't know why. Don't know. I wish they would too, but they don't right now. Right now, we can change that. We can intend in every single moment by fixing ourselves and helping ourselves focus only on what we want. It starts here. And when you affect yourself, you affect the closest people around you. And once they're affected, they start affecting the closest people around you. And that's how we change the world. It's with one person at a time. It starts at home. It starts here. And we just be the happy, healthy, whole version that we are. We treat ourselves with respect. We treat other people with respect. We expect them to treat us with respect. And we don't allow anything less in our minds, in our realities. We don't let it impress. We don't decide that it sucks or that that's the lot we get in life. We don't decide that it's not working. We keep our heads in the game. We stay disciplined and focused and knowing that this is working out for us. That's the key. You have to know that it's going to work out for you. You just have to be there, okay? If things aren't working for you, it's because there's something in your awareness that is telling you it's not possible. It's going to be hard. It's going to take a long time, whatever. There's stuff in the way. That's where you need to look. Your focus needs to not be on when, why, how. Your focus needs to be on what am I doing with my mind right in this moment. And that's it. All right. I love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Happy Mindset Monday. And I'll see you next week. Bye.